All right, here we are, Star Lake. Couple boats out today. Coming up the canyon there, that weather was looking pretty treacherous, pretty windy. A little bit of snow got me on the way up. But I'll tell you what, it's beautiful up here. I thought for sure it was going to be a little bit nasty weather up here today, but a little cloudy, a little cool. Come back down that way. Looking pretty rough that direction. But for the most part, it looks good today. So come up here on a Wednesday afternoon, give her a little bit of hell, see what we can get put in the boat. I'm sure right now it's like I don't know, 3:30, something like that. And I'll check back in here in a minute. We'll have a few fish in the boat here in just a minute. Well, looks like that storm's gonna catch up to me. Kind of chased me up the canyon. I didn't know it was gonna make it all the way up over the top. Got a pretty little bit of snow coming on me right now, but if you look in front of me, it's still nice and blue. I'm sure this is gonna blow over here in just a few minutes. I don't think this is gonna be a major deal. It's really not a big enough deal breaker to go in just yet. We still got a couple hours till dark. It's only 4 o'clock. I'm assuming this will blow over here maybe half hour at the most. I mean, hell, I got a relatively clear sky behind me, super clear sky in front of me. Yeah, I couldn't imagine this is gonna sit on me for very long. It's gonna be a little snowy here for a minute. A little snowy, pretty windy. All of a sudden, it was super nice when I first got out of the truck. By the time I got out in the boat, about 200-300 yards away from the ramp, it sure went to hell on me quick. I looked back up, that storm was coming up over the dam. That cloud was coming over the dam. Waves picked up pretty good. We'll come back up in this little arm here. I'm pretty protected now. There's hardly any chop. The wind's swirling in here just a little bit. The water's relatively smooth. So I'm sure this will blow over here in a few minutes. Probably have a fish here in a minute. I've missed 2. I missed one on my little shad, and I missed one on the worm rig here just a second ago. We'll give her a minute. Check back in a couple minutes. All right, so I got one on. Had a pretty major league tangle on the reel there. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna hand line him in. I've almost got him here. Thought I'd lost him. There he is. He's a pretty nice fish too. Pretty good sized fish. See if I can get him in the net. But we're just hand lining this one in. Keep him out of the motor. Stay out of the motor, little guy. He's pretty good size. I think we're gonna get him in the net here. Oh, I got him. Whew. Boy, I haven't hand lined a fish like that since I was probably 10 years old. Like I was 10 years old, we used to go fish on this little river when I was a little kid. Clear back then in the 80s. We were pretty much allowed free reign to do whatever we wanted when we were little. We lived about half mile or so from this river. And we never wanted to take our good fishing rod, so we'd always just make this little makeshift fishing rod out of a little bit of line, wrap around a stick, end to end, and boy, I used to hand line in tons and tons of fish when I was little. I haven't done that for a long time. Yeah, I thought I'd lost them, but I might have this big tangle here somehow. Come off the reel, this crappy line. Pretty good sized tangle I got going. Get this cleaned up. Boy, what a mess this is. Get this all out of my way before I really get tangled. I don't know how I kept that out of my second rod there. Put up. Try to bring this guy home for some lunch. He's about even size. Yeah, he's a good big heavy fish, I'll tell you what. Get that hook out of him. Went for the ready. I just barely got this line out too. It was still going out when I got that come unspooled on me a little bit. And he took it. Got this wedding ring, this green wedding ring. A little piece of shrimp on it. Well, it's probably a good thing I'm going to keep this guy. He's swallowed that hook pretty good. Dang it. Let's get this out of there. Well, this ain't doing me any favors in the wind, I'll tell you that. We're just going to cut this hook off. Let's cut that hook off. Look at this guy. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. He's pretty good. He'll make a good snack when we get home tonight. Yeah, that's a pretty good sizer right there. Yeah, he's pretty nice. We'll beat him. Save him for later. Yeah, as soon as I got it up a little bit there, I got that. Well, they sure seem to like that wedding ring tipped with the worm, or with that little piece of shrimp. That seems to be pretty solid bait. Last week was the first time I tried it, last Saturday or Sunday whenever I was up here. And it was just knocking the daylights out of him. That guy hit it almost as soon as I got it back in the water there a second ago. See if I can get this tied back on without losing all my spinners and beads off that rig. That storm blew through. It come in. The clouds blew through. The sun came out a little bit, but the problem is it sure left the rain, or it sure left the wind behind. It didn't take the wind out with it. That's the problem. It's sure still a little bit windy. And that wind is not the warmest wind you'll ever run into. My new hook going back onto here. Yeah, we're still fighting the wind a little, but it's a little bit cool. Not my favorite. Now, this is kind of knot I've tried forever. We used to call it a trollin knot. I don't know what they call them now. Now they got the internet's changed all my stuff. But lately, I've been trying to just tie polymer knots. But right now, in the wind with my old eyes, I like to tie the one that I've been tying for 40 or more years, more than 40 years. It's quick. Relatively reliable. What I'll probably do, put a polymer knot back on this one. I always run a swivel because I'm lazy and I don't like to tie knots all day. So I like to run a swivel. Plus when I'm trolling these spinners, if I don't run the swivel, boy, it just tangles the living hell out of everything. I don't know where that tangle comes from. I think I had a little too much line on that spool. I think that's the biggest problem. It just come off there. That wind kind of picked it up off there. Let's see if we can get this redone and back out on the lake here. Well, my fingers are cold. I don't even want to work. There, now I think the wind just blowing me every direction. I think now I probably just about down to as much line as I like to have on. I think I had a little much line on it. Might reel that other line in and pull this up in a little cove. Get this retied. Just enough wind. Fighting that wind's a little bit of a pain in the ass. And just for extra fun, I'm surprised I haven't hooked up on that other line just in the middle of all this BS. That's generally what happens. I've got that little small rainbow colored Rapala out on that other line right now, and I've caught 2 on it. So I've not been doing a lot of filming. It's been windy and wet. Cut that back a little bit. Cut that line off. That's a nasty feeling. There we go. Can't even feel that line. Hands are freezing. Yeah, those polymers are pretty solid. I haven't had any trouble yet. Still relatively new at tying them. Been tying that same old knot, like I say, since I was about 7. There's a fish at 20 feet. Maybe we can catch that one here in a minute. Get this back on. Yeah, it's a little windy. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt from the wind. There we go. Make this up out of the way. Slack. Jump picked up here. What do we got here? A piece of raw shrimp, a little uncooked shrimp. Now, let's back up here. Pretty good. Full shrimp does it. Good one. Stay straight. That has to stay on there. We'll give that a run for a few minutes and see if it stays on there. Alright, here we go. There we go. Back at it. Give her a little bit of gas. There we go. We'll be back in a minute with another one. Alright, that didn't take long. We got another one in the shrimp up rig already. They appear to love the shrimp today. He's just a dink. He's just a dink. We'll turn him loose. Hopefully he'll get off before he gets here. That didn't take long. Just got done with that tangle. I'll bet I didn't have that line out for 30 seconds or so. Picked up this little guy here. Got this little fella here. Little rainbow. It's pretty much all I catch up here. Rainbows. About a dozen different species in here. I've only ever caught rainbows out of here. I think I caught a brown once. Other than that, I haven't caught any walleye or bass or perch. or whatever else that claims in here. Some bluegill. I saw a dead bluegill floating the other day. I've never tried to catch anything like that. Easiest thing for me to do is just troll around just like this, just catch some rainbows all day, which is fine by me. Pretty good. I always have a pretty good time up here. The wind's starting to lay down a little bit. I'm up against this bank on the leeward side of the wind, so that's super nice. Well, that's a big enough hunk of shrimp there to choke a horse. Let's see if I can get anything to look at that. That thing's a big old hunk of shrimp on there that time. Oh, if it keeps going like this, keeps hitting that quick, I may switch that other rod over to a wedding ring of some type too. Night crawler. Caught two on night crawlers earlier. Decided to give that shrimp a try today. I brought a little bit. It's gonna thaw out, so I don't necessarily like it when it's been thawed and froze and thawed and froze. It gets pretty brittle and mushy. Just figured I'd use it all up today. Say if I keep getting them on this rig here, well, there comes that wind again. Yeah, that wind's not doing me any favors today. Then maybe I'll switch that other over. I don't like having both spinners. It always seems like I tingle the daylights out of them when I do that. But we'll see. We'll give her a go here for a little bit more. That one out. Going along nice and slow here. Fighting the wind. One second I'll be going 0.8. The next second I'll be going 1 1/4. Without touching the throttle. Going into the wind a little right now. Alright, we'll be back with another one here in a minute. There we go. There we go. Got one back there messing with that shrimp rig again. He gave me a couple little tugs on there while I was going, but he never did commit. See if he'll catch back up to us. Nope, maybe not. Maybe not. There he goes. Dang it. Dang it. He went for it pretty hard that time. Let's see. Give him a minute. See if he can catch back up. No, maybe not. Maybe he give up on me. Maybe he gave up on us that time. Alright, we're on again. Got a dink. It's getting late. Getting the head back in. It's been pretty treacherous over on this side of the lake. That wind, it'll come up real hard and rip real hard. And then it'll lay down for a minute, then it'll rip real hard. It's been a little treacherous. A little tough to film. Oh yeah, here he is. He's just a little dink on this one. We're probably getting close to wrapping it up for the day. There he is. Look at that. Pretty good looking little trout. You're a little chubby little sumbitch. Little short guy. Little chubby guy. There we go. Got that one turned loose. Probably rebait that again. We still got probably a good half hour until we get back to the ramp, but that's where we're headed. It's a little after 7. I haven't checked sunset today, but it's probably around 7:40, 7:50 to sunset, something like that. So we'll rebait this one real quick, get him back out there, see if we can pick up one or two more before we get all the way back. We've been doing pretty good, just not been filming too much out here. We've picked up 4 or 5 out here though in the last 40 minutes. Not doing too bad. Though it is freezing, it's very cold. My hands are cold. Hands and toes are cold. The rest of me's not too bad. I cut myself a little. I don't even know where that came from. I'm bleeding a little bit. Not sure what the heck happened there. I don't even know where it's coming from. But I'm certainly bleeding a little. What was that? Alright. Oh yeah. Cut that finger a little bit, we'll be alright. Anyway, see if we can get another one here before we get back. We got a little ways until we get back, so we'll probably pick up one more. I don't know if we can see the weather back there behind me is kind of laid down a little bit, finally. But it sure is staying nice and cool today. Didn't warm up at all up here today. Alright, we'll check it in a minute. Got another one on back there. Just barely turned the camera off from the last one. This one looked pretty good. He's back there jumping pretty good. Looks like he's a pretty good sized fish. We'll see what he looks like when we get him up here. Got him out on that shrimp rig again. That's definitely been the more. Oh yeah, he's got a little. He's not as big as that first one I got. He's a nice big healthy fish. I get this one in the boat. I'll probably bring him home too. Still got a little go in him though. Doesn't want to give it up. He's out there a little bit still. Yeah, he's real bad. There he went. Come on, little fella. Come on. Come here. Yeah, that's a pretty good eating size. Ooh. He's not done. There he goes. Got a little pull in him still. We're getting close now. Oh, yeah, the other side of the boat. What's that side for a minute? Let's go over here. He's starting to power down a little bit. I can feel it. He's starting to power down. Here he comes. Come on over here, fella. Oh, this one's giving me more of a battle than I've had in a while. Get him up here. Oh, got him. Whoa, that's. Tell you what, here for the lake I'm in right now, this is maybe the biggest fish I've caught out here. I know I said that a couple weeks ago. This might be my new PB here at this lake. He's a big, heavy fish. Let's see if I can get him out of here without. Nice, easy hook right in the side of the jaw. Measuring stick. Measuring right down here on the floor. About 19 3/4, so he's not the biggest fish I've caught here. Nice size fish. Pretty nice fish. Here he is. Here he is. Pretty nice. Here you go. Bye bye fish. There he went. He's gone. He's gone. That was a good fish. That was a good fish. He's big enough. We'll turn that guy back. Let him go a little bit. I don't like taking the biggest ones, and I don't like taking the smallest ones. So we'll put him back. Get baited up again real quick. See if we can get another one. Yeah, that Rapala, they're just not, they're not feeling that Rapala today. But they're certainly feeling this raw shrimp on that wedding ring. That's for sure thing. That's a big piece, but that's what I got. Yeah, that was a pretty good fish there for this lake, especially. This lake, for me, I get anything even close to 20. Anything over 18, I feel like is a pretty healthy sized fish in this lake. And that guy was nice and heavy, had a lot of go in him. That was a pretty good fish there. So we can pick up another one before we get back to the ramp. Yeah, I haven't caught one like that out here for 2 or 3 trips. This other one that I kept, he's probably close to the same length, but nowhere near the mass of that one I just turned back. We're on him again. Got another one on this shrimp rig. The third fish in about 100 yards here. This one's not near as big as that one I just had a second ago. Threw back. He's pretty good. Pretty good. This fish is a good fish. I'll look at him here in a minute. Got a little fight in a minute. Gets close to the boat. Decides he doesn't want to be close. Good looking. Pretty good looking fish. Come here, guy. Here he is. A little short, little compact little guy. Not bad. Goes off the grill for another day. Oh, I still got a ways to go to get back to the ramp. We'll go ahead and bait this one up again. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I think I just missed one. I think my bigger problem is, though, I'm pretty sure I'm running out of gas. I know there's enough in that tank. I only got to get around the corner here. And the smart thing to do would be roll these up and worry about getting back, because I'm almost out of gas and the wind is pushing me away from where I need to go. But fish are biting. They're still biting. And I think if I tip that tank over on its side a little bit, there's still plenty in there to get me back where I need to go. But it's definitely dying. It is definitely running out. Yeah, I think we're gonna ease up around this corner a little hotter. Make sure we can get back over there into at least where there's no wake. So if I gotta paddle my no gas back out a gas boat back, because I'm sure I'm the last guy out again tonight. There was 3 or 4 guys here when I got here, and 2 of them put on the trailer, got out of the water when I was going in. And I don't know, I didn't see another car up there in the parking lot. You can kind of see the parking lot from up here. I don't see any other cars up there. But I can see the ramp from here, so I think we'll probably be okay. I think we'll probably manage. We'll slow back down, see if we can pick up another one. Because I do think we're going to be fine getting back to the ramp. And the wind is pushing us, but it's pushing us kind of away. I mean, it's pushing us toward, but towards and away at the same time. It's pushing us down the lake, but away from the ramp. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. Give that ball a couple pumps. Keep that good and pressurized. Dude, I am bleeding like no other. I'm gonna have to put some band-aids in the boat, I guess. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't think I have any band-aids in the boat. I know I have some in my pickup. I don't have anything in the boat, I don't think. God, I'd have to zip tie I don't have any tape. What? I have to zip tie myself a paper towel around that thing here in a minute. It doesn't stop bleeding. It's gonna drive me insane. It's a little bitty cut, but boy, is it bleeding. I see what's going on there. That's a long cut. Just a little bitty cut, but boy, it's got to be 1/4 inch long, and it just doesn't want to stop bleeding. Dang, I had a pretty good bite back there before I throttled up. I mean, I know I've caught a lot of fish today. Not a lot, but I've caught a bunch. Caught a few. A couple of one real nice fish. A couple other pretty nice fish, but boy, I always just want to catch another one. I'm always like, yeah, that's enough. Let's go home. But really, I'm like, damn it. I just need to catch one more. Just catch one more. I'll be good. And that's never true. One more is never good. One more is never enough. I always want one more. Then I want one more. And then one more. What I really want is for this damn thing to stop bleeding. That's what I really want. Anyway, I'll turn this back on if I catch one. Or if I run out of gas and I need somebody to bring me some gas, I'll let you know. Well, we did not run out of fuel. Pretty happy about that. Made it back. We're tied down. Ready to head for home. No 911 emergency, come bring me some gas. My wife loves that kind of phone call, I'm sure. 9 o'clock at night. But we had a pretty solid day today. Caught a bunch. I don't know how many exactly, but not 20 today. We did not catch 20 like we did the last couple trips. Probably 15-ish in the boat. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it wasn't 20. But anyway, time to get headed back down the valley. Get back to home. I'm gonna get back to work tomorrow. So. All right. Thanks for coming up. We'll catch you later.